You're back with another one. This time we got every change Four Kids made to One Piece Drum Island art. Let me make sure. Okay. It doesn't show me Streamlabs doesn't show me that it's like it has a little recording symbol like OBS does, but Streamlabs actually works. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is a long one. This is a long one.
Episode 78, number 303. The scene.
As a recap for the last one, if you guys didn't see, uh, they completely skipped Little Garden. So Nami's just sick from a random Grand Line flu. That's the reason they went to Drum Island. So yeah.
Of Zoro, weight training on the Going Merry was removed. Number
Can't show the kids
304.
work
The
and
text
work
saying
ethic.
Alabaster on the log pose has been removed. Number 305. The kanji text on the back of Mr. Two's overcoat that reads Bon Clay has been removed.
Why? It's just his name.
Number 306. Four Kids makes the baffling decision to remove Vivi's right arm, which is seen holding the log post. This coincides with a change of dialogue to explain that Zoro has the log post instead.
Sure,
What?
not a problem. Zolo has the compass. He'll keep us on course.
I feel this edit only happened because they had already recorded the voiceover for this scene, so had to make this change to match the voiceover. I don't see any other reason for it, as it has no effect on the episode to do this otherwise. Episode 79, number 307. The text reading Smoker and Marine, seen on Smoker's ship, were removed. Also, the standard fare of guns, changing their colour, have made an appearance again too.
I don't remember. Did they change Smoker's name or is he? I think they changed it to Chaser, right?
Number 308. During the scene when the Going Merry is boarded by Waffle's men, all instances of guns firing were removed, along with the scene showing the soldiers flying away after being attacked by Zoro. Number 309. Sanji being fired at by the island residents as they attempt to land on Drum Island was removed. Number 310. The cliffhanger ending for this episode, showing Vivi supposedly being shot as she's holding back Sanji, only to be revealed at the beginning of the next episode that the bullet only grazed her arm, has been censored awkwardly, with the 4Kids version going from Usopp talking about the hostilities of the situation to a literal jump cut of Vivi already on the ground, removing the scene of the gun firing at the Straw Hats, making it look like Vivi seemingly falls out of nowhere, while keeping the dialogue relatively the same, with Vivi still telling us that the shot we didn't get to see grazed her arm.
Hey, look! Signs of life!
I guess, but none too friendly.
Vivi!
It's such an obvious cut too.
Stop! Fighting won't solve a thing. Besides, the shot just grazed my arm.
It's like they dubbed it over and then decided later, you know what? Let's cut it out. Let's cut it out.
Okay.
Episode 80, number 311. The text, DKP, was removed from Zoro's winter coat. Number 312. A scene of Vivi's gunshot wound has been removed. Number 313. Luffy and Usopp building a snowman and Snowzilla were cut in the 4Kids edit. Number 314.
You can't have fun? Is that what it was happening? Pirates can't have fun?
Dr. Kureha's favourite food has been changed from pickled plums to prunes. Number 315. All of the Christmas undertones surrounding this arc have been removed from the 4Kids version, including the scene showing Dr. Kureha and Chopper flying across the sky in a sleigh, which is reminiscent of Santa Claus. Number 316.
I guess.
The initial encounter of the Lapins attacking Luffy, Sanji and Nami has been cut, removing around 1 minute of content from the episode. Number 317. During a conversation with Dalton, Vivi mentioned...
I think they didn't want the issues of PETA. I think that's exactly why they just like, you know what? We don't want no smoke. No smoke.
At a Monarch meeting. 4Kids changed the line to instead have Vivi state she met him at a meeting called the League of the Kings.
When I was little, my father took me to a meeting. League of the Kings.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
where I met him.
Had the 4Kids dub continued, they would have likely continued to use this name for what would become known as the Levelly in the Japanese version.
The Levelly?
Episode 81.
I think so at this time, when did this come out? 2021. Okay. I don't my excuse for that I don't think matters anymore, but at the time I think at the time it might have been people thought that all the R's and the L's were swapped cuz they thought Laugh-Tail was Raftel and then Revelry was Levelly, but like now we know it's Revelry.
Number 318. The text Firestall has been removed from one man's apron. AXC was removed from another man's beanie hat. And lastly,
Where?
AXC was removed from another man's...
That? I could hardly even see that. That was the most unnecessary. It's
and
a
lastly, the symbol
it's a
on
bright
the
green.
man's back has been removed. Number 319. Sanji's Flanchette shoot move has been renamed Gut Stuffer. Number 320. As Whopple lands back on Drum Island, his men can be seen taking out the villagers who tried to defend the island. This scene has been removed from the 4Kids version. Number 321. The wounded civilian who warns Dalton of Waffle's return has had his injuries censored. Episode 82. Number 322. Some more guns have been changed to green or edited. A small non-sensor that...
Wait, did it turn into a sword?
Did
I was...
Edited.
Oh, they just took off the muzzle.
What 4Kids must have missed was the hiragana text on the bottom right-hand corner of the village sign. Number 323.
I wouldn't have noticed that.
Wapple's injuries
either.
from Dalton were censored. Number 324. Scene showing Dalton with 3 arrows piercing his chest after being shot by Chess were removed. Number 325. The scene showing the baby Lapin with bloody paws attempting to dig out their mother from the snow had some scenes removed and the rest censored.
That is kind of dark, so it makes sense.
83. Number 326. As Vivi is searching for Usopp in the snow, his nose can be seen sticking out of the snow after a landslide. In the 4Kids version, his nose has instead been replaced by his goggles. Number 300.
Okay, I can see why they changed that, but I mean, come on now. His defining trait is his nose. But I can see why they changed that. Yeah.
27. The injuries Wapol and his crew inflict on the group of Lapins have been toned down. Number 328. During Luffy's climb up the cliff to the castle, his hands and feet are seen bleeding quite heavily and sustain severe damage. This has obviously been completely censored in the 4Kids version, removing any signs of blood or injury. Number 329. The label on this medicine bottle has been censored, along with more scenes of guns being changed or removed.
I don't remember. Why did Luffy not just stretch his way up there? Why did he have to climb? Was it because Nami was sick and she couldn't take the thing? Or like, because I feel like, sorry Nami, I'm going to try to stabilize you as much as possible, but we trying to get you up here as fast as possible.
Episode 84.
You'll be good.
Number 330. Dr. Kureha's nickname has been changed from Dr. Rean to Dr. K. Number 331. The wine bottle has had the text removed and its colour changed from green to brown.
Makes sense.
Some book labels have also been censored. Number 332.
Don't judge me for this, but why was Kureha low-key a baddie? Don't judge me.
Wakes up after being treated by Dr. Kureha. She tries to leave to continue on to Alabasta, but is pinned down by Kureha, who puts a scalpel to her neck. 4Kids censored the scene by removing the scalpel from Dr. Kureha's hand. Number 330.
I thought when I first watched this, I think I watched this art. I mean, I don't. Sometimes I don't remember if I did watch this or not, but I do remember thinking that was a butter knife. So I think I did rewatch like from the beginning in the Four Kids dub, but I don't really remember much from it. But I do remember more from the not the Four Kids from the Funimation dub. I do remember more of the Four Kids dub than the Funimation dub at that point.
3. A scene of Chopper washing a batch of bloody bandages was censored by removing the blood. Number 334. Both Sanji's and Luffy's injuries have been censored. Number 335. More scenes of the arrows sticking out of Dalton's chest have again been removed in the 4Kids dub. Number 336. In the Japanese version, Chopper attempts to join the humans only to be fired upon with guns and is wounded as he runs away. In the 4Kids version, he is only seen having a rock thrown at his head before running away, with everything else being cut from the scene. Episode
If he showed up in his little cute form though, would they have been like, "You monster," blah blah blah? Because they know what devil fruits are. You literally Dalton is a Logia, not a Logia, a zone type. So shouldn't they know devil fruits exist? Wapple is Wapple is like whatchamacallit, also had a devil fruit and he was the king before.
85. Number 337. Chopper has two different voice actors in the 4Kids version, depending on what form he is in, with Lisa Ortiz voice acting Chopper's Brainpoint form.
Really? So pirates have adventures? Me? A friend?
And a pirate, too!
Who says I want to be a stinking pirate anyway? And who says I want to have friends?
And Brian Millard voice acting for his Heavy Point form.
Yeah, that's me. So don't tick me off.
Hey yo, why why is he sounds so swole now? I mean, it makes sense, but I'm just so used to Chopper having the same voice, the high pitched voice for his Heavy Point and Monster Point. Well, no, Monster Point they put a filter on it, but it's still the same voice.
Flag stands for Dr. H's dreams. It stays there.
But that would
In
have
the
scared me
Japanese
too.
version, he keeps the same voice no matter what form he is currently in. Number 338. Chopper's injuries from a gunshot wound after being chased has been censored. Number 339. Dr. Hiruluk's tranquilizer gun has been changed to a green colour with a horn-like end added to the muzzle. Number 340. Dr. Hiruluk's injuries received from Chopper's beating has been censored.
Come on, that's minor. You could at least leave that in. That's because he just looks like he's annoyed. He doesn't, it kind of takes away the tension.
Number 341. A scene of Dr. Hiruluk stripping naked to try and convince Chopper he is not a threat, with only his briefcase to cover his private area, has been completely removed from the 4Kids version. Number 342. The injuries Chopper inflicts on himself after Dr. Hiruluk kicks him out of his home was censored, along with censoring the bullet wound from Dr. Hiruluk shooting at Chopper, which grazes his cheek, causing him to bleed. Number 343. An incredibly subtle edit was made when Dr. Hiruluk fires his gun, with 4Kids removing the actual bullet from the animation,
Oh, okay.
leaving only the muzzle flash left. Number 344. Any scene of Dr. Hiruluk coughing up blood into his hands due to his terminal illness was removed. The mention of the terminal illness itself, however, has not been censored. Episode 86.
That just takes away detail. It takes away detail, bro. It's more like show don't tell, but they're taking that away. So it's just like, yeah, I'm sick. I'm going to die soon. But they don't show that he's going to die soon.
Number 345. Chopper's nosebleed has been censored. Number 346. A small scene of Chopper picking out books was removed, with Hiruluk's book titles and various wine bottles also having the text on them removed.
Wait, what were the books saying though? Figure, medical treatment, medicine. What is that? Medical. What is That doesn't look right. That's also doesn't does that not say medical? Medic C. Oh, that's an A? Okay. That's a T though. That's not an L, that's a T. Medicat? That's medicine, that's definitely. Causes of a disease or cause of a disease. Medical her I still don't look like medical, but okay. Condition of a disease.
Scene of Chopper.
Photoology, medical scene. Like they just say they reuse the the book. They just gonna be like we're not
Books was removed. With
kids
Hero
can't
Lick's
read.
subtitles
Okay, I see why they
and
added
wine
drugs though.
bottles also having the text on them removed.
And the wine bottles, yeah, but
Number 347. The scar seen on one of the reindeer's head
Bro.
has been censored.
bro, that's life. That's life. Scars happen.
The ensuing fight between the reindeer and Chopper has also had some scenes removed, along with their injuries such as the blood also being censored. Number 348. As Dr. Hiruluk runs towards the castle, he is seen carrying 2 bombs and detonating them on some of Wapple's soldiers. 4 kids remove the bombs from his hands, having him hold his briefcase instead.
Ew.
Number 349. Dr. Kureha punching Chopper in the face has been censored by removing the impact frames and Chopper's injuries. Number 350.
That was real tragic though. He just wanted to save the doctor, and instead the doctor was just too nice to let him know that he ended up killing him.
The scene of Dr. Hiruluk sitting in front of Warple's castle as he drinks another one of his failed experiments, causing an explosion so that his cause of death is not from Chopper's poisoned soup, has been edited in the 4Kids version, stripping it of all context and removing the scene of the explosion, leaving Hiruluk's death more ambiguous in the 4Kids version than in the Japanese.
Don't worry, Chopper. The mushroom didn't do me in.
Chopper, follow your heart! He did himself in! Saved me the bullets!
That's so much work. Wait, that's so much darker. So you tell me instead of him sacrifice, I mean, it is kind of suicide bomb, so I guess that makes sense why they didn't want to. But when did this get dubbed? It was probably 4Kids dub. One Piece dub. Oh, release date. Okay, it was after 9/11. Okay, that makes sense why they didn't.
151.
But still, bro, like I guess that's the times because mental health was not as important back then. People just thought, oh, suicide happens, you know. It's crazy.
Sanji
It's crazy.
stubbing out his cigarette was censored by freezing the animation just before showing the cigarette bud. Episode 87. Number 352. 4Kids censored Luffy punching Waffle in the face by moving Luffy's arm so it would look like Luffy is instead headbutting Waffle in the stomach.
Oh my gosh.
Number 353. Waffle's injuries have been censored. Number 354. During the scene where Sanji has afros stuck all over his body, Chess shoots a fire arrow at Sanji, setting one of the afros alight. 4Kids removed this scene, only showing Chess readying his bow before being attacked by Chopper. Number 355. Sanji's Arme de la Air Gummel Shoot ability has been renamed Taffy Trounce. Episode 88. Number 356. Chopper's injuries have been censored. Number 357 to 365. Pretty much all of Chopper's abilities have been renamed in some manner, starting with his transformations, which have all had the suffix point swapped out in favour of boost. Chopper's jumping point is now called jumping boost, guard point has been renamed guard boost, and so on, with arm point now arm boost, brain point is brain boost, heavy point is heavy boost, and horn point is horn boost. Walk point is the only one to not have just the suffix part changed, by now being called sprint boost. Moving on to Chopper's attack abilities, Hoofprint Roseo has been renamed Reindeer Roundhouse, and Chopper's ability Scope has been renamed Rumble Scope. Number 366.
I forgot he had that ability. He has not used that ability ever since like Skypea. That was so weak. Like I gotta think. Like bro, if you don't just use your brain.
Chess Marimo's
Probably the
Snow
smartest one
Slicing
on the
Blade
crew.
ability has been renamed Snow Slicing Blade. Number 367. Chess Marimo's Omnidirectional Snow Splitter ability has been renamed Multidirectional Snow Splitter. Number 368. 4Kids adds in a 2-minute expositional interlude into the episode, fully explaining Chopper's backstory and his devil fruit transformations, which they called the Deer Tales.
Puzzled about Tony Chopper, wondering what he can do and how he can do it? Here are the Deer Tales. Chopper started out as a regular reindeer, but when he accidentally ate the human cursed fruit, he became part man, part beast, with the ability to transform from one end of the spectrum to the other in 3 different forms. His full beast mode, also called Sprint Boost, allows him to take full advantage of being a reindeer. Chopper's half-man, half-beast mode is also called Brain Boost. This is the form in which we see him most often. Chopper's full-on human form is actually, in some ways, his most beastly. It's called his Heavy Boost mode because he morphs into a
They really did it.
size, most often to fight villains who behave, well, like beasts. You'll see in future episodes how this becomes a critical factor. And now it's time to morph back into our story.
Another non-censor that won't count towards the total changes, Zorro has had its dialogue changed by 4Kids to make chicken noises again.
And why shouldn't I be? Did you get a look at the size of those rabbits, Zolo?
Like this is so
89.
stupid.
Number 369. A scene zooming in on Nami's breasts has been removed. Number 370. Wapple pointing a gun at Dalton's neck has been censored to have it point at Dalton's chest instead. Dalton's injuries have also been censored. Number 371. Wapple's Munch Munch Shock ability has been renamed Munch Munch Mutation. Number 372. As
If that shot a cannon, it would have just right through Luffy's hand and go right back at Wapple.
Dalton and the rest of the Straw Hats are making their way to the castle, Dalton reveals that he is carrying dynamite with him. This was completely censored in the 4Kids version, and instead, Dalton is just holding a sword. Number 373. Luffy's Gum Gum Bowgun ability has been renamed Gum Gum Crossbow. Number 374. More guns have been edited. You can also see one person was able to loot a rare blue drop instead of the common greens we've seen people getting
Okay.
in the 4Kids version. Episode 90. Number 375. Sanji being semi-tortured and tied up by Dr. Kureha was censored by removing the parts showing Sanji's silhouette on the wall, as well as being tied up to the hospital bed. Number 376. The short scene showing Dr. Hirolik's grave has been removed. Number 377. A flashback scene showing Dr. Kureha teaching Chopper medicine was removed.
Wasn't Hero look like the first person and the only person for a very long time to be confirmed dead in One Piece? Because I think it was like Hero Luck and then Ace. And that was it.
Episode 91. Number 378. King Cobra has been renamed to King Nebra.
And now what's his name?
Royal Highness
Even Pell didn't die.
Number
Uh,
379.
Absalom.
World Leaders has had his cigarette removed from his mouth. Number 380. Wapple slapping Vivi as a child was censored, removing the scene showing the impact frames of Wapple's hand swiping Vivi. Vivi's injuries have also been censored. Number 300.
Also, Wapol knows his little tiny country is going to get slapped by by Alabasta, right? They had so much more power. He got lucky. They was going to get smacked and conquered, and Wapol was going to get killed. Luckily, Vivi said she spared him.
181. Portugus the Ace's name has been renamed to Portugus the Trace.
What?
Wait up! You didn't tell us your name, sir!
Details. Just tell him my name's Trace. If that doesn't get his attention, then nothing will.
Number 382. The Will of D has had its name changed to Gold D Spirit.
So Goldie's spirit still lives on.
Gold
Number
D Spirit?
383.
Ew.
The yellow indicator marks showing that Luffy is missing were removed from the scene where a giant bird attacks the Going Merry. Number 384. Luffy's Gum Gum Propeller ability has been renamed Gum Gum Twister. Number 385. Miss Doublefinger has been renamed Miss New Year's Eve. Number 386. The text Golden on Miss Golden Week's shirt has been removed. Number 387. Miss Merry Christmas has been renamed Miss Groundhog Day.
I do remember that.
388. Mr. Five's gun that he holds in his lineup picture has been removed. Number 389. Bon Clay's hand has been moved further up the pirate's mouth instead of strangling him around the neck while he inquires about why they didn't encounter Mr. Free. And with that, we have reached the end of the Drum Island arc. We counted 87 changes in this
That's
episode,
a lot.
making our overall
Oh my
total
gosh.
389. As always, I hope you will join me in the next video where we finally arrive at Alabasta with part 1 covering episodes 92 to 104. Leave
That was too many changes. Some of them really didn't even need to happen. Chopper's voice changing between forms is one of those forward workers I agree with. I feel like it would have made him more intimidating, but whatever. Nah, I'm used to it, so it's whatever. It's whatever. Return to Zoro's chicken noises. I feel like they were trying to make the chicken noises a running joke. Like, because there's no way they brought it back. Like, nah, bro, that's a running joke. But I hope y'all enjoy. I sure y'all like the video. Comment, subscribe. I got some things to deal with. And I'm out. Bye.